Lineups. Houston, we talked about that. Find out. Off we go in the second round with the Cougars, the 2 seed, controlling the tap. Sharp. Oh, back door. Uzan. Good from the elbow. At protecting the rock. Wide open. Tugler missed it. Tracks it down.
Right, I was going to say, is that an over and back? But no, that's a rebound.
The longest rebound you'll see in the tournament. There was also sensational in that win the other day against Idaho. Sanak, he'll let it fly. In and out, and Aggies.
Try to get a quick, easy, open 3.
Like that, but off the mark. And often. Sanak fading. That is a tough shot. These two teams did meet 2 years ago in this second round in Memphis, with Houston winning in overtime before bowing out of the Sweet 16. Now they meet again. Specialist. Fleming's wasting no time. His buddy Sanak picking up the
You're unstoppable down there, imposing your will on the offensive end, getting an extra possession for your team.
What a pass. Dominguez.
For him to get a layup inside.
Tugler, power dribble, hook shot, front iron. Deep. Here he is. Isaacs, way downtown. Oh! Apparently the bench. There is Uzan, but he missed it. Tap out. Fleming's Euro step. He taps it home. I don't know. Oh, Dominguez, bad miss. Long rebound. Hill off the bounce. Put back is good. Drive and kick. There's Sharp, the senior. Tournament game in that Houston uniform. Open. Hill lets it fly. Into the corner. Catch and release in the first round game, but this one has a different feel here tonight. Offensive.
Texas A&M is going to affect Houston, with Houston having one of the shortest benches in college. Only 2 players coming off, but hey,
coming off the bench as of late, but still an important piece. The senior transfer from North Alabama, and Uzan, his 140th college game here between Oklahoma and Houston. He will pull, does not get the bounce. Rebounds. Catch and release. That time, no good.
With a hard hedge, they are not allowing the roller, the picker, to get an open lane at all.
Ryland Griffin lobs it up. Setting the screen. Sharp going to work. 2 to shoot. McCarty from 35.
Statistics, he's shooting 50% from the field, almost 40% from three-point line, and he can get his own shot, which is more of a compliment than the stats.
Well, it's Uzan getting it. Back to Uzan. No. Tapped out, an 8th offensive rebound. In and out for McMillan, his staff. They thought there were some fouls on those offensive rebounds, so they let their voices heard, and a technical ensued.
10 offensive boards, but our team is shooting 7 for 22, and that's 31%. So yeah, he's like,
hard, not just competing. You have to, it's a learned skill how to play hard without fouling, and it's something they start in the summer.
Being in position and not just playing stupid and hard, but making sure that you have a strategy with your effort.
And we played less than 10 minutes. Here's Pop Isaacs with a mismatch on Tugler. Gives it up. Holloway. Yes. It'll be Tugler at the line. A 70% shooter. And he gets the bounce to the half. And I'm sure for Bucky McMillan, a lot of Fleming's challenged at every step by Holloway. Fleming stops, raises, and hits. Look like he's sweating.
He does. That's why you don't know if he's going to pull up after 2 or go all the way to the cup. So hard to stop.
Three-pointer. Coach McMillan from Samford, so he knows the system. Fleming's again. Mid-range, deadly.
Frustration of the last play because of Tugler setting the pick at the top. That time they went into somewhat of a zone.
A good pass inside, and there tonight. Uzan, baseline teardrop. Tapped around. at Sanak. A freshman in the tournament in 10 years. Clements from the wing, and he buries it.
Wearing down the offense, almost to where the guard doesn't want to bring it up, passes it, so they can't get into the offense.
Sanak in rhythm.
Rolling.
And if you're not a tough guard, you're not going to play for Kelvin Sampson.
Never.
Clements on the second try. Houston, they don't want to lose anybody. Fleming sees a lane. Goaltending.
I love the honesty and the appropriate fear of A&M saying, listen, we're playing a team. This is where we want to be. This is who we...
Now Tugler on this end. Getting to his spot. Kicks out. Uzan. Hill high with 215 from long range. They left Agee. Sanak.
If they're not checking me, I'll get a foul.
So they're still tending to that right leg of McCarty. Much talk about the freshman this year for Kelvin Sampson, but this is the straw that stirs the drink, folks. 143rd game in a Houston uniform. Inside of 5 minutes in the first half. Curling, Griffin, feeding Vincent, spinning. What a block! It's Tugler again! Sharp! Yes!
If I could talk to the scores table, I'd say give Tugler those points because of that shot block by him.
And Fleming, folks, Tugler is so good on the defensive end. 3-time conference all-league defender. Now the... They get it inside. Tugler, power dribble. Too much. And
just missed a good shot.
Holloway stops. How about Vincent from downtown? To play a lot of minutes, it's going to play a big factor tonight. He's trying to defend Sanak, and he fouls him. Kelvin Sampson in Houston. Coming up.
A&M. That means the guards, one guard box out the shooter, the other get inside. But you don't need it.
Can the Aggies end it? Dominguez, extra pass. There's Agee. They've missed 9 straight shots as Texas A&M. Sharp spinning. Sharp right down Broadway.
Well, because Houston is not letting anyone get a wide open look.
Trying to change that here. Griffin. Bad miss. Sharp to Sanak. 2 defenders. Patient, yes. Make it a... Griffin into the teeth of that defense. Find anything right now on offense. Oh. And that, it hurt that right leg.
Sanak re-enters the game because coach says, wait.
One-on-one, Sanak. Miller. Look at that ball movement. Uzan, book it. Where the defense is just there at every catch. Griffin, running baby hook. Second half run, time to find out. Flemings gets downhill. Yes!
And try to increase this lead.
Well, one of the key things that Bucky McMillan just told me as we walked onto the court.
Too much. Sharp on the push. He'll take it himself. Another. And you mentioned business. We used the term business like the other day for their win over Idaho, where they is in Houston, 2 miles from their campus, and they're 19 minutes away from going there. Inside Hill. Oh, he snuck by the defense.
1 second, you're always anticipating a foul or someone blocking your shot, and it's easy to miss bunnies when you're thinking about your defender. And Sanak.
Griffin lost it going up. Gets it back. Scores. And a
first play of the game in which he received the double team, and I think that deterred their offense from calling those plays.
Instead, it's Isaacs, but another minute. Uzan will pull. But pretty quiet so far tonight with 4 points. Now 5. Run.
Super
Downtown Miller. Here comes Super Unk. One-man fast break. That's old school. That's the white. Sanak, he can take that shot. He passes it up. Instead from 12 feet.
The team in the same position, and they do.
And Flemings operates. Drops it off. Sanak again. Another guy who's 25 years old, grew up playing soccer in France. I'm trying to imagine Sacco on the soccer pitch. Two for
Aggies by that 8-minute mark, and as a player, this is really when you start to feel it in the next couple of possessions. And
here's Flemings, the future lottery pick. Gives it up in the corner. Uzan, yes.
Impressed by how Houston is sharing the ball.
12 for Milos Uzan, the coach's son from Las Vegas. And a 15.
Is body. I think that's how it goes. No, I know that's how it goes. I grew up listening to Master P. Important for A&M to continue to get to the line, stop the clock, but more importantly, how can they get some?
Rattles down for Aggies. From Oklahoma City, South Region action. Vanderbilt, Nebraska coming up a little later. McCarty off the mark. He said it's like 5 T-Rexes on the court at the same time. Thought that was a pretty good description.
Oh, wow, that's pretty thought out.
Dominguez. And a great shooter.
And I'm sure the preacher said, well, listen, I can't just pray for your team to win.
Oh, Uzan filling it up. Ali Deba attacks, and he does get the bounce.
Houston, which is so hard with their ball handling skills.
And also for Texas A&M, there's a lot of ticking clocks. They've got 7 seniors in that rotation. Ask Kelvin Sampson's players about their head coach. To a man, they will say, I love that guy. Even though he gets on us, they love him.
Quick wit, a sense of humor, and a lot of love, and his players feel that.
30. Here goes Mercy Miller again. Tell you what, this kid big here with inside of 10 to play. Steele getting in the passing lane. Milos Uzan to Tuggler.
The Cougars have held an opponent under 50. That's twice as many as any other D1.
18 and 9 on the doorstep of a double-double. 2 on the timer. Uzan hanging. And Holloway, a little separation, knocks it down.
What I've seen this year is that their offense is so much better. He has a feel and a flow, whereas before they didn't.
Yeah. Kingston Flemings, there was so much talk taking it to another level.
Yeah, he has. And with the leadership of Sharp, who, by the way, has been on the bench since 13-20, you wonder what's up with that. Great shot right there.
12-time NBA All-Star for the Big E, just an absolute legend. Tuggler, some his buddy Sanak. Barely grazed iron, but picking it up and putting 3 to shoot. Uzan gives it up. There's Miller, lets it fly. And a rebound.
In this play, in the second half, kind of a horns action. It is that top pick and roll, but the corner is wide open. But Uzan says, I don't care. I'm open.
From range, they're still in command.
14 of 15 from the free throw line with Griffin.
I don't want to think about wisdom teeth ever again. But Agee short.
And all you want to do, you don't enjoy anything. It's hard to enjoy your family, your friends, anyone. You just
will go down as one of the all-time great Houston Cougars. He is set to A&M is working the ball around the arc. I'm thinking, okay, the next passes are going to be open, but those Houston. Baseball pass, Sacco, Sharp. Look at that. That is what you closer to heading home for the Sweet 16. As they have dominated Texas. When the team runs out, if the band is getting a standing ovation.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Tyson was walking
this year. 5 to shoot from Miller. Miller's going to let it fly.
And AG, he should be proud as well. What he's given to this team, been that leader, helped set that standard, is accomplished.
And you think of Rashawn Agee and that journey that he's been on. We'll see if he comes. Baseline drive lane. Clements missed everything but the rear. It's been a tough one for him and the Aggies tonight. Pulling from deep, Harwell, no.
Play to shoot well before you so that when they come in, that opposite chance is there. But man, you were so right. But their defense, that's what did it.
And they're going to. Ramon Walker skips it up top. McCarty, book it.
Bumps and bruises he's had tonight.
85-57. And Clements just cannot buy one.
But not necessarily whether you make or miss it. So what is constant? Your effort. Houston Cougars, because you're right. She takes all of the pressure, all of the blunt, all of that off of the coach. And so.
What an effort from the Cougars. Houston, its team, their 7th consecutive trip to the second week.